Tonight, we're doing a couple things a little bit differently. One, have some new setup equipment so we can play with echoes. We can add sound effects if we want. We can add, so I'm just tonight's movie slash book is Absolute Power, starring Clint Eastwood and Gene Hackman. It was actually David Baldacci book. It was his debut novel. And a couple interesting things about this one. First, the ending of the movie is much different than the book. And actually had a chance to interact with David. I was in the acknowledgments to a much later book called Zero Day. He uses a lot of subject matter experts, and I was one of physics. He when he was doing this movie, when this movie was in discussion, he'd only written two, maybe three books. He's still working as a lawyer while writing part time. And Clint Eastwood apparently came in and said, "I want to do it." Right? He was actively involved in the film, and it was interesting because apparently he said, "I want to change the back third of the book to be different than the movie to be different than the book." And Baldacci kind of said, "Sure, right," because the differences, while yes, it doesn't adhere directly to the book, both work. And both work really well. And according to Mr. Baldacci, when Clint Eastwood shows up and says, "Hey, I'm going to make the first movie ever made out of one of your things. I'm going to take a risk on you. You're the new guy." You say, "Yeah," right? You just do. And I'm going to turn that echo down because it's annoying. But the it was interesting the way he put it was he's like, this guy can make or break your career by taking this book and making it into a movie for you. And yeah, the ending is different, but both are good. So, watch the movie, read the book. They're both excellent. I like it. But the interesting point about the book to me wasn't the differences in between the print and the film version. The point of the book and really the movie, it asks a question that we should all really ask ourselves: is is power derived from position, or is power derived from money? And which one of those really matter? And which one of those allow you to just get away with whatever the fuck you want to do? And is it possible, if you have the right position in life, for instance, President of the United States, which is in the book and movie, and you commit a crime and you want to cover that up, can you get away with it? Maybe you can. What happens if you have enough cash and you commit a crime and get away with it? And what if the crime you're trying to commit is up against the President of the United States, but you're the guy that got him elected because you're so freaking rich? Which one of those matters more, right? Is it money or is it power? And it asks a third question inside all of that mix, and it's really a well-written book. Is information the most accurate one of those things? Because there's sort of three people going at each other here. You got Clint Eastwood, you got the rich guy, you got the president of the United States, played by Gene Hackman, brilliant actor, um, that are kind of going at each other in different ways. One has information, one has money, one has power. Who wins this fight? Do two people team up to kind of work together to win? Does one person kind of say, "Hey, look, I can get away with it because of this reason, that reason"? And it really does kind of ask that question: where does absolute power come from? Is it information, money, or is it position? And watch the movie if you haven't seen it and answer that question for yourself. But kind of like the way both of them answered that question, and it kind of left an ambiguous sort of feeling to it in both cases, although slightly different ambiguity. So I really did enjoy it. And if you want to drop a comment below, agree with me, disagree with me, this is a movie I would love to do a live stream about because it actually does ask a lot of questions. Probably put the live stream over on a different platform. But to me, excellent book, fantastic uh, movie, and altogether we give it this. So sorry on my sound effect. So subscribe, click like today. We'll see you guys in the next video.